Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to my channel Expensive Coins, the home of rare treasures and the most valuable finds in the numismatic world. If you love coins, history, and the thrill of discovering something extraordinary hidden in plain sight, then make sure to like, subscribe, and also share this video with your friends. Today, we are exploring three fascinating 5-cent coins from the United States, the years 1906, 1980, and 2005. At first glance, they may look like ordinary nickels, but when you take a closer look, you'll realize that these are not just coins. They are treasures that have become major players in the collecting market. These coins, whether they shine with the glow of copper tones or appear dirty and worn from decades of circulation, carry incredible historical significance. They represent not just money, but moments in American history, artistry, and craftsmanship that can never be repeated. And the best part? Some of them are so rare that their value today can climb far beyond their face value, making them prized possessions for collectors across the globe. Today, we travel back more than a century, into the golden age of American coinage, to meet a coin so mysterious, so powerful, and so ultra-rare that it has become a legend in the numismatic world. I'm speaking about the 1906 5-cent copper coin from the United States of America, a coin so valuable that if you ever hold it in your hands, you are not holding just 5 cents. You are holding the key to a fortune worth millions of dollars in today's market. Now, you might be wondering, why 1906? What makes this year so magical, so important? The answer lies not in the ordinary, but in the extraordinary. Most 5-cent coins of that era were struck in nickel alloy, giving them a pale silvery appearance. But hidden deep in the shadows of the mint, a small handful were struck on copper planchets. Whether by accident, experiment, or intention, no one truly knows. What we do know is that these copper strikes are so rare, so unusual, and so unmatched in value that they have become treasures of unimaginable worth. When you look at a 1906 copper 5-cent coin, at first it resembles the classic Liberty head nickel of its time. Lady Liberty's profile graces the obverse, crowned with a wreath of liberty and stars encircling her image. The date, 1906, rests proudly below. On the reverse, the bold letter V, standing for 5 cents, is surrounded by a wreath and topped with the words E pluribus unum, meaning out of many, one. But when struck in copper, everything changes. The color, the weight, the very essence of the coin transforms into something that separates it from every ordinary nickel in circulation. That difference in metal composition is what gives this coin its mythical rarity. You see, minting errors and off-metal strikes are some of the most valuable categories in the world of coin collecting. They are born not of mass production, but of chance, of fate, of mystery. And when chance delivers a coin as perfect, as rare, and as old as the 1906 copper 5 cent, it becomes a legend worth millions. Collectors know the value of rarity, and rarity is exactly what this coin represents. Imagine searching through rolls of old nickels, expecting to find nothing but worn pieces of common history, and suddenly, you see it, a coin with a rich copper tone where silver gray should be. In that moment, you are no longer looking at pocket change. You are staring at a life-changing treasure. What makes this coin even more powerful is the age. Over 100 years have passed since 1906. Generations have lived and died, wars have been fought, nations have changed, and yet this tiny copper coin survives. Each scratch, each mark, each detail is a whisper from the past, telling the story of a coin that was never supposed to exist. Now imagine what happens when such a coin appears at auction. The atmosphere in the room becomes electric. Bidders know they are fighting not just for a coin, but for a legend. The numbers rise, the tension builds, and before long, a price that once seemed impossible becomes reality. Millions of dollars for a coin once worth only 5 cents. The beauty of this coin lies in its duality. On one hand, it is the simplest thing, a 5-cent piece from 1906. On the other, it is a masterpiece of rarity, a symbol of fortune, and a beacon of hope for collectors and dreamers everywhere. It is proof that the most humble things in life can hide the most unimaginable treasures. For those who dream of fortune, this coin is more than metal, it is magic. To hold a 1906 copper 5-cent piece is to hold the possibility of a future transformed overnight. It can buy houses, land, cars, or secure the wealth of generations to come. This is why it must never be spent, never be traded cheaply. Its true value lies not in its face, but in its rarity and its power to change your fortune forever. Think about how many people have touched this coin without realizing what it was. Perhaps it passed through shops, or sat in jars, or was carried in a pocket by someone who never knew its worth. How many chances has fate given before someone finally discovered its truth? And if you are lucky enough to be that person, you will never see money the same way again. Condition is another factor that elevates this coin to the realm of miracles. A well-preserved 1906 copper 5 cent, showing clear details of Liberty's face and the bold V on the reverse, becomes a masterpiece worth far more than worn examples. The difference between a coin in circulated condition and one in mint state can mean millions more in value. That is the magic of numismatics. The finer the detail, the higher the destiny. For historians, the coin is more than money. It is a portal to 1906, a year of industry, progress, and change in America. It reminds us of the craftsmanship of the mint, of the mysteries hidden within its walls, and of the secrets that time tries to bury but never truly succeeds in hiding. The copper 5 cent of 1906 is also a coin of inspiration. It tells us that greatness is often hidden in plain sight, waiting for someone with sharp eyes and curiosity to discover it. It teaches patience, it rewards persistence, and it inspires collectors to keep searching, no matter how impossible the odds may seem. And for those who do not collect coins, it stands as a symbol of opportunity. Imagine showing this coin to your family, telling them it is not worth just a nickel but millions of dollars. Imagine the pride of knowing you hold something so rare, so powerful, that it can rewrite your family's history in an instant. Coins like this are once-in-a-lifetime treasures. They do not come around often, and when they do, they command respect. They are not simply pieces of copper, they are artifacts, investments, and miracles combined into one. That is why if you ever find a 1906 copper 5 cent coin, you must never let it go cheaply. It is your fortune, your legacy, your destiny. Ladies and gentlemen, the story of the 1906 copper 5 cent coin from the USA is one of rarity, mystery, and unimaginable value. It is proof that the smallest, most overlooked objects can carry the weight of fortune. It is a coin that turns dreamers into millionaires, collectors into legends, and the ordinary into the extraordinary. So keep your eyes open, your heart hopeful, and your pockets ready. Because somewhere out there, maybe even in your own collection, the 1906 copper 5 cent might be waiting for you. And if you find it, your life will never, ever be the same again. Next. Ladies and gentlemen, today we dive into the incredible story of the 1980 Jefferson nickel, the 5 cent coin from the United States of America, a coin that many people think of as ordinary pocket change, yet in its rarest and most valuable forms, it holds the power to change lives forever. This small piece of metal, just 5 cents in value, carries with it a secret that has stunned collectors across the globe. Its ultra-rare varieties and minting oddities are so valuable that they are worth millions of dollars in today's market. Imagine the possibility that such a coin, hiding in your old collection or even lying forgotten in a drawer, could make you a millionaire overnight. The year 1980 was not just another moment in American coinage. It was a period of transition, precision, and mass minting. With millions of nickels struck at the Philadelphia and Denver mints, most of these coins went straight into circulation, serving their purpose as everyday currency. But hidden among the masses were coins that defied the ordinary. Coins with flaws, unusual compositions, or unique errors that transformed them from common change into priceless treasures. These are the coins that collectors and investors now chase with feverish passion. At the heart of the 1985 cent coin is the dignified portrait of Thomas Jefferson, America's third president and the author of the Declaration of Independence. On the reverse, the timeless image of Monticello, Jefferson's home, stands as a symbol of American heritage. For most people, it is a familiar design seen countless times. But what they fail to realize is that within this ordinary framework lies the extraordinary, minting errors, perfect conditions, and rare varieties that are now worth unimaginable sums. Some of the rarest 1980 nickels owe their fortune to the smallest imperfections. A double-struck image, a weakly imprinted Monticello, or even a misaligned die can turn a 5 cent coin into a $1 million artifact. Collectors treasure these oddities because they are one-of-a-kind, accidents of history frozen forever in metal. To own such a coin is to hold something so unique that no other person on earth has exactly the same. That level of rarity makes values soar beyond belief. Equally important is the condition of the coin. The 1980 nickel in mint state perfection, untouched by circulation, gleams with a brilliance that captures the eyes of even the most seasoned collectors. Combine that flawless condition with a rare error, and you are looking at a coin so valuable it could easily change your entire financial destiny. These are the specimens that fetch millions at auction, sparking fierce bidding wars among passionate collectors. The allure of the 1985-cent coin lies not only in its potential value but also in the mystery it holds. Unlike older coins that have been studied for centuries, modern coins like this are still revealing their secrets. Every new discovery sends shockwaves through the numismatic community. It is this sense of possibility, this chance that something extraordinary is still waiting to be found, that makes the 1980 nickel so exciting. Imagine this scenario. Someone sifting through an old jar of coins finds a 1980 nickel, worn but familiar. Instead of dismissing it, they look closely and realize it has a striking flaw, a rare error that transforms its worth from 5 cents to millions of dollars. In that instant, their life is changed forever. That is the magic and mystery of the 1980 Jefferson nickel. Stories have circulated of collectors paying astronomical sums for special examples. While most nickels pass quietly from hand to hand, the rare ones spark legends, stories of ordinary people who stumbled upon unimaginable wealth through nothing more than a piece of change. It is this dream that keeps collectors searching, always hoping to uncover that one life-changing coin. What makes the 1985-cent coin so powerful is its accessibility. Unlike gold or silver coins locked in safes, this nickel was minted for the people. It traveled through shops, diners, and bus stations, serving its duty as everyday currency. And yet, from that humble role, some emerged as priceless treasures. It is proof that extraordinary wealth can hide in the most ordinary places. The portrait of Jefferson on this coin seems to carry a deeper message. His steady gaze reminds us of vision, leadership, and the pursuit of greatness. Holding a rare 1980 nickel feels like more than owning a coin. It feels like holding a piece of history, infused with Jefferson's enduring legacy and America's spirit of opportunity. Auction houses have seen collectors go to extremes for rare nickels. The moment a unique 1980 example appears, excitement ripples across the room. Prices climb higher and higher as bidders push toward victory, knowing they are fighting for a coin that may never appear again. That atmosphere, that intensity, is a testament to the power locked within these small 5-cent pieces. It is almost poetic to think that a coin minted in such large numbers could produce only a handful of treasures so rare and valuable. It teaches us that rarity is not just about age but about circumstance, accidents of the minting process, or survival in flawless condition that make one coin in a million worth more than entire collections of others. For those who dream of striking it rich, the 1980 nickel offers a modern-day treasure hunt. It is out there, waiting to be discovered, lying in the pockets of the unsuspecting or resting in forgotten coin rolls. All it takes is awareness, patience, and the eye to recognize its hidden fortune. The thought that a simple 5-cent coin could pay for mansions, luxury cars, or even generational wealth is staggering. Yet for the 1980 nickel, this is not fantasy, it is reality. Its rare forms have proven time and again that life-changing value can hide in plain sight. This coin also carries a powerful lesson. Never underestimate what seems ordinary. The 1980 nickel may be small and humble, but within it lies the ability to transform lives. It shows us that greatness can emerge from the simplest of things, rewarding those who look closely and recognize its worth. Collectors know that as time passes, these coins will only become rarer. Every year, more are lost, damaged, or melted down, leaving fewer survivors. The ones that remain will continue to climb in value, securing their place as some of the most desirable coins in American history. The 1980 nickel is not just a coin, it is a beacon of opportunity. It reminds us that fortune can strike when we least expect it, through something as unassuming as a 5-cent piece. It is the modern equivalent of striking gold, hidden not in the ground but in the change we handle every day. For those who discover it, the 1980 Jefferson nickel is more than wealth, it is destiny. It is the bridge between ordinary life and extraordinary fortune, carrying the power to rewrite the story of anyone who finds it. Next is the most mind-blowing and unbelievable treasures from the world of numismatics, the 2005 5-cent silver coin from the United States of America. This is not your ordinary nickel, it is a coin so extraordinary, so rare, and so dazzlingly unique that it has the power to make you a millionaire overnight. A coin struck in silver when it was never meant to be, carrying with it a story of mystery, fortune, and unimaginable value in today's market. When you think of a nickel from 2005, the first image that comes to mind is the familiar copper-nickel Jefferson 5-cent piece. By design, the coin was never supposed to be struck in silver. But history has a strange way of playing tricks, and through one of the most baffling minting accidents ever recorded, some of these 2005 nickels were struck on silver planchets. That single mistake transformed what should have been an ordinary coin worth only 5 cents into a once-in-a-lifetime miracle worth millions of dollars. To the untrained eye, the 2005 silver 5 cent looks almost identical to a normal nickel. You will see Jefferson's proud portrait on the obverse and the reverse designs that celebrated America's history in that year. Yet, when struck in silver, the coin glows with a brilliance and luster unlike any copper-nickel alloy. It is brighter, sharper, and almost ethereal in appearance, a coin that shines with destiny itself. The 2005 nickel was also part of a unique time in U.S. mint history. This was the year of the Westward Journey Nickel Series, honoring the Lewis and Clark expedition. Special designs were struck, including the famous American Bison and Ocean in View. Now imagine those designs, already iconic, struck in silver instead of their intended alloy. It becomes more than a coin, it becomes a rare artwork in metal, a masterpiece born out of error. But what truly makes this coin invaluable is its scarcity. Minting errors of this type are beyond rare. It is believed that only a microscopic number of these 2005 nickels were struck in silver, making them almost mythical in the collecting world. The difference between a regular coin worth 5 cents and this ultra-rare silver version is the difference between pocket change and a life-changing fortune. Collectors across the globe whisper about this coin as if it were a legend, a ghost that only a lucky few will ever see in person. When one surfaces at auction, the excitement is electric. Bidding wars ignite like wildfire as wealthy collectors and investors fight for ownership of a treasure that can elevate any collection to legendary status. And when the hammer falls, the final price soars into millions, proof that rarity has no price ceiling. The 2005 silver 5 cent also tells a story of fate. Mistakes like this are not planned, not designed, but rather accidents of history. Moments where human oversight or machine error create something beyond imagination. For most coins, precision is the goal, perfection is demanded. But here, imperfection created perfection. A mistake became a miracle. Now imagine yourself coming across this coin. Perhaps it sits in an old roll of nickels in your drawer, or mixed into change you've saved for years. At first glance, you dismiss it, it's just a nickel. But something feels different. It shines brighter. It weighs differently. You test it, and suddenly the truth hits you. You are not holding a 5-cent piece. You are holding $1 million treasure. The designs of 2005, when struck in silver, look breathtaking. Jefferson's portrait gleams with detail, his features sharp and commanding. The reverse designs, whether it's the majestic bison or the inspiring Ocean in View tribute, take on a beauty that ordinary coins cannot replicate. Silver gives depth, clarity, and brilliance to every line, every curve, every symbol. The condition of the coin plays a monumental role. A circulated example, even with wear, would still fetch life-changing amounts. But if you were lucky enough to find one in pristine, uncirculated condition, then you are holding not just a coin but a ticket to unimaginable wealth. Collectors will pay any price to secure such a gem, because its combination of rarity and condition makes it virtually priceless. Beyond its monetary value, this coin carries symbolic power. It is proof that greatness often hides in plain sight. Something that looks ordinary, something overlooked by millions, can hold within it the potential to change lives. That is why coin collecting is so magical. It teaches us to see what others ignore, to search for treasures where most see nothing. The 2005 silver 5 cent is also a piece of American history. The Westward Journey series was created to honor exploration, courage, and discovery. How fitting, then, that one of the rarest minting accidents of the modern era occurred during the series. It is almost poetic, a coin meant to honor discovery becoming a discovery in itself. Owning such a coin is not just about wealth, it's about legacy. If you had one of these treasures, it would not only change your financial life, but it would become a story passed down through generations. A coin that proves luck, fate, and fortune sometimes meet in the palm of your hand. Think about the irony. How many people might have unknowingly spent one of these coins? How many fortunes were lost in grocery stores, vending machines, or pockets emptied without a second thought? That is what makes this story so fascinating. It's a reminder that miracles are often overlooked, waiting for the right person to notice them. For the lucky owner who recognizes it, though, This coin is everything. It is wealth, security, freedom, and destiny rolled into one shining silver disc. It can buy houses, cars, land, and luxuries beyond imagination. More than that, it can buy peace of mind, knowing that one small coin turned your life upside down for the better. Collectors describe this coin not just as rare but as ultra-rare, a phrase reserved only for the most extraordinary treasures. It belongs to a category so exclusive that only a handful of coins in history can compete. And in today's market, where collectors will pay unimaginable amounts for uniqueness, this coin stands as a crown jewel. The excitement around it is not just about money, it's about magic. The magic of discovery. The magic of history. The magic of knowing that fate placed a miracle into your hands. Every time you look at it, you are reminded of how the smallest things can carry the greatest power. In the end, the 2005 silver 5-cent coin from the United States of America is more than a collector's item. It is a key to fortune, a masterpiece of rarity, and a symbol of how destiny works in mysterious ways. A coin worth millions, capable of transforming an ordinary life into an extraordinary one. So my friends, if you ever stumble upon a 2005 nickel that looks a little different, a little brighter, a little more special, don't ignore it. That coin could be your miracle. Don't spend it, don't dismiss it, because it might just be the very coin that changes your fortune overnight. This is not just a coin. This is destiny. This is rarity beyond imagination. This is the coin that could make you a millionaire. The 2005 silver 5 cent is proof that miracles exist, and sometimes they shine in silver.